好，欢迎来到 Mandarin Monkey 广播时间。
Why, hello there, and welcome back to the Mandarin Monkey Podcast, episode 292.
第292集。
好，你们好吗？大家好，我是汤明伟，
我是伊乐，
唐朝的唐。今天是星期一，对不对？
星期一，对啊。
所以你要解释这个广播的 principle 吗？
我们的广播是中英广播，也就是 Chinglish。
是。
Tom 说英文，因为他的英文太好了。
好棒。
我会说中文，因为我的中文实在是太棒了。
太棒。
And maybe 我会说一点点台语 if you want me to。我每次在跟妈妈讲，
对啊，
我每次在跟妈妈讲电话的时候，那不是只有昨天，就是每一次我在讲电话，我都觉得很想笑，因为 Tom 我都可以 imagine Tom 在旁边，他的脸就是，
对啊，是，每次是。
你是谁？你在讲什么？然后就会让我觉得我在这个家是一个妖怪，我外星人。对的，
你听起来像外星人。按昨天我们有一样的问题，一样的情况，对不对？
但是你跟 Kyrie 在 judging me， 我觉得很好笑。
对啊，
昨天我们去一个非常漂亮的地方去野餐，
走路。
野餐还没有听我们的 Sorry，
故事吗？
我们的 story，上一次 the last one was about picnic 野餐，所以go and have a listen to it. You have to download the
podcast app
first.
We have a podcast app. It's called Mandarin Monkey Podcast app. Just search for Mandarin Monkey in the stores. Okay,
没错。And you have to subscribe. 然后呢，昨天呢，我们就去野餐，然后我的妈妈就打电话给我，然后当然我就跟她讲台语嘛，然后我的眼睛就可以开始就看到 Tom 跟 Carrie 就抱在一起，然后就在那边讨论，就说 What's mommy talking about?然后我就觉得很好笑，让我自己觉得我自己很好笑。但是我现在我觉得我有发现，我常常越来越多次都在跟我妈妈讲台语，因为我想要多练习我的台语。
对。
所以你看哦 ，even 我自己的 mother tongue 台语，我自己也要练习，不然它会不见呢。真的，因为我昨天在讲台语的时候，其实我有一点卡卡的，有 I got stuck sometimes。我会忘记这个台语怎么说。
Really？
然后有时候我还会跟妈妈讲说 yeah， 因为开始就出现那个 language confusion， 就会让我觉得，因为有3个频道嘛，在我的脑海里面，然后我就开始就有点困惑。
对呀，
所以不要觉得你中文就是每天练习、每天学，你一定会进步的，一点点都会进步。千万不要 stop， 因为你只要一天没有中文，问题了，小问题。3天没有练习中文，完蛋了。你上个礼拜学的中文都忘记了，这样。
There is stories of that, about people who've moved to different countries or for example, moved to, I can't remember who I spoke to. It was one of the polyglots, I think. And they said they moved to a country, stopped speaking their mother tongue for maybe 5+ years, just literally said nothing in their mother tongue. They were just speaking the country language. And they forgot. Not entirely, but do you know what I mean? They said when they started speaking to their parents or their friends again, it was like,
我忘记了这个字怎么说。
Yeah.
你也会啊。你也在台湾的时候，你还会忘记一个英文怎么说。
I did. I really did. Yeah.
对啊，所以 even 你的 mother tongue 你还是会忘记，所以
even 很容易的。So for example, if 我跟我的朋友玩游戏，我真的如果他说那是什么，我那是什么不知道，我真的要说我不知道，我不知道，
不知道。
I really want to say it
like the word 中文不知道。
不知道。Yeah, and 爱你 for example.
你要跟他说爱你。
not him, but just my parents or something. Yeah, I have to stop myself saying 我不知道。Because sometimes it's easier for my face to say it now, to come out of my mouth with the 中文 version.
But anyway， 好，我们的广播是中英文广播。
对啊，是。
Tom 呢 ，he will help you with English translation, so you can get on track， 对不对？
Or stay on track.
Stay on track.
对对
of our story.
Don't go off the track.
对 ，don't.
This train is moving. This train's moving. Stay on the train.
对，那我会说中文 ，I'll speak 中文 Chinese Mandarin.
That's another one, by the way. 中文 calling Mandarin 中文
中文 doesn't help.
No. I struggle with it.
Yeah.
To say the word Mandarin a lot. And other people say Chinese as well. It's even worse to say if like in my interviews with the learner journals on the app. I always say like, so how long have you been studying 中文? I mean Mandarin.
中文
Yeah, 中文。
对，你会很想说中文，对不对？
Like I have to say it.
对啊。
So,
Like
yeah.
英文你会说 English， 因为 English 就是 English。
Yeah.
在美国，在英国，他们都说 English。
English 对
啊。不要。
不好意思。
Stay back.
Sorry, I've heard some Americans called English American.
真的吗？
I've heard them.
From their mouth.
From their mouth.
What?
Call the language American. That's probably causing arguments now. I don't care. I don't care.
There are terms like American English and
American English.
British English.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
对啊。
Canadian English.
对啊。
Australian English.
对啊，在台湾很多。
English.
我昨天我前几天在看一个 TV show， 台湾的 TV show， 然后他们就找了那个 Amazing Talker 那个男生。
我奇怪吗？
对，Amazing Talker， 你记得那个吗？Channel。一个英文学习英文的platform。
yeah.
那个男生他看起来
很奇怪吗？对。
对，他的 style 比较奇怪一点。对，然后他就上了那个 he joined that 电视节目的 TV show。
OK。
然后他们就在讲美国的英文跟英国的英文。
Yeah。
然后非常的 extreme， 就是有两派 two groups， 就是一派就是说美国的英文最好，就是最棒，因为在台湾都是在教美国的英文。
对。
另外，然后他们就会说英国的英文很假，很就是很 fake 这样。
Yeah.
就是如果你想要听起来很 high class， 那你就
英国的英文吗？
对，就是如果 you want to pretend like you are you're high class people， 你要说英国英文，他们就会有这种 like
我不知道
anti British English 的人。然后另外一个 group the other group 他们就觉得英国的英文是很浪漫的，就是不是他们不会觉得假，他们不会觉得很废，但是就是一种很浪漫，然后也是很性感的一种语言，但是他们不会觉得美国的英文怎么样。They don't have any opinions like on American English。所以他们觉得说，美国英文跟英国英文都很棒，但是英国的腔 accent 听起来就是比较性感，比较浪漫，这样。对，所以我们在台湾的 TV show， 他们就会有这样两个不同的 groups 在讨论，就是美国跟英国的英文。
第一的对说，他们上英国的英文听起来像 like 你很有钱人吗？
对，
然后
或者是你很
他们是美国
you want to pretend，
他们是美国人吗？
他们不是，他们台湾人。
他们是台湾人。
对，
okay。
他们台湾人。
然后
另外一个 group 他们也是台湾人，但是他们喜欢英国腔。
他们喜欢英国腔。
对，他们喜欢英国腔。
And their opinion is their opinion is in the English accent is sexy。
对，就是听起来比较。
So one of them is posh, like Americans would say fancy, I guess. 比
较 fancy.
But there are, and here we go. And it begins. So there are some accents.
我们在讲的只是 preference 啦，我们没有没有，这不是一个不是一个 argument， 是一个 preference。在台湾的爸爸妈妈会比较 prefer 他们的孩子学美国的多，不是英国的。
Okay, look, I've got a couple of opinions.
不要吵架哦，不要吵架。
我不要吵架。
No argument.
But like I do have some opinions, and I'm going to be telling them now. So the first is, the first one is, like in America, in England there are drastically different accents.
Oh yeah,
drastically different. So it's not like you just go to England, this place called England, right? There's just one place called, and we all speak like this. Hello, nice to meet you. I'm like Mr. Tumble, Mr. Tumble. You know what I mean? This kind of hello, top hat, monocle. We're going to drink some tea, walking stick, jolly hockey sticks, and all that tosh. Literally, no one I've ever met speaks like this ever.
对，而且那个英国那个 Amazing Token 那个英国那个男生的英文老师，他是在英国伦敦学英文的，所以他有很重的那种 London accent.
So it's like that. You're right.
哦，不是
Is it South London? 这就是为什么是很不一样。
他的没有那么的 flat， 他的腔没有那么的 flat， 他有点的like
oh dear, 对
对对 like 这种的
yeah so it's slightly softer than the really posh.
对，但是他会对我来说 to me 我听很多英国人讲话我觉得他的腔有点太 overreact 太 over 就是他可能要 over pronounce
dramatically
对他的有点太 dramatic 所以他会让台湾人觉得英国人就是这样讲话的
No
对所以我会觉得他可能 maybe 他自己有点 over pronounce 的感觉 so it confuse people in 台湾对
See I don't know so 如果你是台湾人
对
你们不知道
对啊
Okay so it's like 如果我有 like 一个 opinion about 高雄人的腔 versus 台北的腔Like, and I'm sure there's a difference, but it's probably quite subtle. But in the so in England, we have a drastic range, right? I said this loads of times before. There's a stereotype about English people, and it's essentially something like the top hat, monocle, walking stick, hello. We all know the Queen, fish and chips every day, or whatever the thing is, right? Which simply isn't true. There are more places than inside Buckingham Palace where the Queen lives. With accents, right? And it's the same in America, right? Because you get the South with the Texan accent, and then you get the middle with the boy. I think that's where it's from. Like I don't know. You know what I mean? Darian was here. She's got like Texas accent, and then you got like the dude in California, and the more clipped accent in the East. The East, it's like very like. Well, I can't remember. I'm not very good at it, but like you do like a New York. It's like a New York. You know what I mean? I'm getting myself a coffee. This kind of accent, right? On the other side. So you get the dude, let's go to the surfing duty dudes. Coffee. You know, this side of the country, right? And then you get the in the middle. No offense to anybody who lives in the middle. Sorry. I'll go. It lives down there. And then you get the cowboys in the South, right? And then North, I have no idea. Like people in Alaska, I don't know. And then Canada with the Canadian English, a boot. They say a boot.
What's that?
About.
这是什么? About.
But they say a boot. A boot. I don't know what you're talking about. Can't do it very well. By the way, I love Canadians. Shout out to John. Scribsy. Because love you, Scribsy. I hope you're doing well, my friend. But now let's take it back. So we don't all speak like that. Going back to England. Hello. All right. There's two sections of London. Rich London. Hello. Not as quite as posh as the Queen. This is不是女王. This is 不是女王. I'm going to ask you to do a posh Dongwon accent in a minute. And then you go to, this is what I'm interested by. But I mean, there must be, right?
我会告诉你不一样的
Okay. And then, I guess it must be just like proper pronunciation of like measure words and stuff. Isn't? Okay. And then, you got the South London. Kind of like that. So you go, hello. All right. Do you know what I mean? And these are the people who say water. And this is what Americans, like, do you know, this is like the really put on accent that in The Boys, he's now Bill Butcher. Tada Chang's Ingor Chang's like spoke. He's an Australian, that guy. He's an Australian, I think, or a New Zealander. And he's putting on a South London accent. Like, you all right? You haven't got a water, have you? You're right.
See.
Beep. There you go. Which makes me giggle every time, by the way. He swears like a sailor. I love it. But the Australians do too. Our cultures are very similar like that.
他们也说 C word 吗?
Oh, all the time.
真的?
English people say it all the time. In most places. Well, you won't get a lot of it in the... Well, you might do, but it's slightly... It's like, he's right.
with the
Yeah.
很有钱的
But that you lucky. But seeing this down where I was raised in Reading, right? And our accent is like an overspill accent, an overspill of London. Reading was kind of thing. So we kind of got a bit of the both. Not so much of that. You all right, mate? But it's not as clipped as this. Hello.
我觉得我还蛮幸运的 I'm quite lucky 因为你的腔没有很重
对你
的腔已经被因为你有去过美国工作嘛所以你已经有被
对啊
不是 Americanized 但是就是有一点对比较柔和一点
Well, I had to teach Taiwan 人 like 很多美国的英文对不对所以需要教他们
你真的会讲 water
No
你不会讲
It's water We pronounce the T.
你跟他们会讲
water. Would you like some water? Water. Would you like some water? 你要睡吗？
我还记得。
你要睡吗？
你知道大家 everybody， 当我第一次遇见 when we met， right？、我们两个见面的时候呢，我讲 water。Yeah. 你知道你的脸有多讨厌 ？He hated me so much， 讲 water。
Say it properly.
对
，It's water.
对，我那时候觉得好 ashamed， 来，我那时候就觉得我学英文这么多年，我连水都讲不好。
我就是一样啊 ，it's like 中国的中文，
yeah,
对不对？然后台湾的中文，所以如果我说是，你会说 say it properly. Say it again, do it again.
是，
就没是 instead.
Yeah.
对不对？
会啦。
是。So yeah, okay. So talk to me about 有钱人的中文。
我们怎样？回去。
我完了。
我们其实没有很多的腔的问题 ，unless you meet Aboriginal。
Aboriginal。
他们可能会有腔的问题。那我们的不一样是，我们的那个 phrases 是不一样的。就是我们会讲 really 这个字，英文 really。那在台中。in 台中，我们是住在台中嘛，我会讲真的假的，like
真的假的
true or not，是 true or fake， 真的假的 ，and with that 很快的真的假的，来啦，真的假的。如果是台北人听到台中人说真的假的，他们知道我们从台中来。
Oh really？
在台北他们就说真的吗？那是真的吗？所以有很多的 phrases 在中文你们可能学到的是不一样的说法，那是因为你们的老师可能来自北部，来自中部，我来自南部，这样。
Would you say would you say it's easier to understand 中文 in Taipei? Like it's
不会啊，在台中你也听得懂他们在讲什么吧
Yeah, I'm different though. I was born in Kaohsiung, and then moved to 台中，
就是你学到的 slangs 会比较不一样，就是你可能听到，然后你就说什么意思，然后他们就会说that means really， 我说OK， 就真的假的这样。我有时候也会讲，我有时候在那个我上课的时候也会讲真的假的，然后他们说那什么意思？我说I'm just saying is that true？
Yeah.
对，但是他们可能会说那我可以讲真的吗？
Yeah.
我说可以啊。为什么？有什么不一样？没有不一样。There's no difference， 没有不一样。对，那台南的话有比较多那个我妈妈的丝诗的那个腔的问题，就是他们的那个 sound and 不是 sound 丝诗吃吃之滋，他们会比较有这么多的问题。那个换那个是老人，就是因为他们以前有被日本人，那叫什么占领，就是日本人他们来台湾攻打台湾 take over 台湾的时候，他们叫他们学日本话嘛，就是日文，所以他们有很多的那个日文的影响，他们会 affected by 日文，所以我妈妈那个换，他没有办法讲饭，他会讲换。这样就是那个日本音的问题，对，所以在台湾可能你不会有那么多腔的问题，但是你会听到很多不一样的 slangs， 这样，或是他们讲的话会比较不一样，phrases 比较不一样，所以我们没有很多腔的问题。
But so what about the difference between someone in like occupationally? So if we're talking about like 医生, will they speak differently to, let's say, a taxi driver? in Zhongwen, I mean, I'm not excluding Taiyu. So if you're going to speak just stand like Zhongwen, would you hear a difference between speaking to someone who is a traditional taxi driver, for example, versus a doctor or a lawyer or something?
Well, 他们讲话一定会有不一样啊。
Could you tell?
一定会。
Because, but would you be able to tell because of the Chang or because of the words they're using are more academic?
The way they talk, 我觉得。
Okay, so you would. So if they said the same sentence, you'd be like, that guy's more educated, or that one.
对对，就是它可以是 like the words they use， 他们说的。
Can you give me an example?
啊，很难欸。
Like if I said to you, like, well, like I did with South London and hello. Like if you say hello, my name is Tom. Hello, my name's Tom.
我没办法欸。Maybe 你可能也会 including 他们的外表，他们的 appearance， 就是可能一个 taxi driver 他们嘴巴会咬那个槟榔。maybe 那时候那他们会咬槟榔嘛？
So 槟榔 is a betel nut.
对。
It's like an addictive fruit, like a nicotine-ish-esque kind of fruit that you chew. It gives you a buzz when you chew it, sort of thing.
对
But it gives it leaves off like a red juice in your mouth.
对啊。
That they spit out the windows, which is lovely. And the wind carries it and sprays your legs and that kind of thing. So it's really cool.
所以如果是那种来他们可能要工作很晚的人，他们一定嘴巴都是红红的，因为他们都会吃槟榔啊。所以那个 number one，
我没有，我不要。
第一个 number one appearance 就是一个问题了，还有他们穿的衣服嘛。第二个是他们讲话会比较不会那么的清楚，所以可能一个医生他讲话会比较清楚，像我这样讲话。那如果是 taxi driver 或是一些工人的话，可能就会讲话比较来台语。
对，
他们会有很多台语。
Yeah. I noticed that as soon as I got there, actually.
对，就是有非常多的台语的话，他可能就是比较 traditional
对
的人这样。
I noticed that like because obviously I was learning for a year or so, a couple of years before I went to Taiwan. I had private lessons, like I've said a bunch of times, right? It's so expensive. They were. I really paid a lot of money. You guys are so lucky that ours are so cheap. mandarinmonkey.com. So, when I got there, because I learned a bit, right? So I learned a bit, the basics sort of thing. And then I got there and like a taxi driver from the airport was like, and I was like, that's not what my Chinese teacher sounds like.
你没去对
Like my 中文老师是高雄人 She was 高雄人
Yeah.
Well, she still is 高雄人 but anyway yeah I didn't
而且他们都会说帅哥
Yeah 帅哥 okay yeah
Handsome guy 帅哥 You get though Yeah we get though
Yeah they really put you under pressure as well
Yeah
but then when you get to a new country it's in the Guoja you're like you have that 很大的笑
好开心这样
So they're like you're like oh yeah you know what I mean But I did think of something of that and then I also thought like when people went like 外国人他们说 oh 我真的要去 like Taiwan I think I'm gonna have great fun and like have you ever been spat on by like a betel nut guy No you ever been spat on by okay well enjoy Taiwan
Yeah
That's not like your whole experience but until I don't know. I enjoy the.
这个是很 local 的经验。对，要真的是去很 local 的地方。
By the way, it's not like. By the way, just to clarify that, it's not like the person who's chewing betel nut intentionally spat on our legs. They're just chewing their thing and not thinking about people behind them and just spitting to the side, and the wind carries it. Right? They're just being selfish or just dumb. Basically, by the way, so I'm not like saying that if you get there and you ride a bike, people will spit in your legs. It's not like a one-parter thing. Like not everyone does it.
不是
It just
就是他们不管
people chew.
他们就是很自私，他们是很 selfish 这样。
Right, and if you hear the word "gan,"
Yeah.
someone's being rude.
对
Okay, so if it's shouted, someone's being rude to you.
Yeah.
Just to let you know.
冲上这样。
And they
They very loud.
Yeah.
And look at you aggressively. 他们就是在讲，他们就是在 swearing at you.
Yeah. But generally, they'll kind of avoid people generally kind of avoid 外国人 unless you're in Taipei. And in Taipei they usually ignore you because there's 很多外国人。但是如果你住在台中或台南或高雄or Kending or so they'll all you'll be like,
and
then you might get spat on. But then you won't get spat on.
不会啦，不会被来，不会每天啦。
Anyway, no, not every day.
Maybe 就是一次两次。
Once or twice a week, it's fine. You'll get spat on. But other than that, it's a really good time.
Yeah.
I love the rose glasses though.
Huh?
The glass, like you know, people who come to England, for example, you might say, I've lived in England there, and it's amazing.
Oh.
I've been here for 6 months. It's amazing. But you haven't really.
那是 honeymoon， 那是度蜜月。
Yeah, 对。
度蜜月的时候。
Yeah, go live in Reading for a few years. For 5 years, and then come out and see how you feel. You should see Hui Mei. Like, so what a 老师的 male 老师的 her opinion. 你记得她吗? She was like, when we came out, I don't know if she listens to this. When we came out, I'll say this in quick English. So when we
她也听得懂好吗？她也听得懂英文啊。
不知道 OK 应该可能她会 So when she turned into the dream smasher, and I'll tell you why. Briefly, I'll tell you why. Because she lived in a not really nice area. I don't know if she still lives in Awabuzla. I don't know if they banned Awabuzla. But she lived in a not so nice area. And she was obviously getting very down. 很难过 about it.
Yeah.
Right? So she was, every time I saw her, even though she was 我的老师, she'd come 抱怨 about 英国. I was at Tesco's, and she didn't speak like that. I was at Tesco's. She's obviously very Taiwanese, so she doesn't speak like that. And this thing, and they're up to this much now. I can't believe it. She's complaining like an 英国人。
真的。
Well, you know, 你知道我们真的喜欢抱怨吗？
你常常说，对啊。
Like English people like to complain.
是你常常抱怨啊，就是你常常说英国人喜欢抱怨。
Yeah. 就是为什么 like in my opinion, like 美国人是不一样。那我不知道如果就是like 美国的 like 假的美国人还是就是真的美国人，我不知道。But I'm not causing arguments by.
你一直在做这件事情。
Go for it. It's all right. Message me. I don't know. It's to be honest, it's like an ignorance thing. I've worked with Americans a lot, and throughout my jobs, and we have loads of American friends, right?
对啊。
但是 for example, this is what I really like about Americans versus the English. You go on a line or so you have a Zoom meeting, something like that, right? And there's there's oftentimes a more smiley face. How are you doing? How are you getting on? How's your first week here? You know, what's your things doing? You look great. Like, have you been working out? This kind of thing.
Oh,
and like, you're doing an awesome job. I mean, you're really smashing this and this kind of, it's this kind of upbeat, positive kind of attitude. Now, I don't know, 我不知道如果是真的还是假的 or it's just like a 工作的文化。
我觉得 even 他们可能 maybe 很 sad, 很 down that day. 但是他们 at least
they'll act as if not.
他们会把一个一个面具放上去，然后我觉得他们的 point 就是他们想要让大家开心。
对。
They don't want to affect anyone because of their mood.
Right,
我觉得这是好的，我觉得这是一个很好的態度。Because who wants to make other people feel bad?
Because misery loves company. 就是你知道这个 So yeah, misery loves company, and a lot of people, English people, are very good at doing this. Very good at doing this. 我的妈妈是一样 right? So 如果她很难过，她要你 like 感觉很难过 and try and pull you down with them. Because it loves company, right? You feel better when you're in a group of people who feel shit. Excuse the language, sorry kids. I don't know why children are listening to this. And just to be honest, guys listening, you are so lucky I haven't been able to swear for like nearly 300 episodes. And I've really tried a lot. Because usually if you ask Darian, I love it. Or if you ask, do you know what I mean?
Like only this morning, 他已经讲了好多好多不好听的字。
The thing, if I hit my toe on something, like a jaju, furniture, or like a 椅子 or something like that, the stuff I call it.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. Like the language, the filth that comes out of my mouth. So you're really lucky that I've only just toned it down that much. That's why we should never meet people. That's one of the reasons, right?
讲太多。
对 because like because you shouldn't, right? If you expect me to be this nice.
Yeah. No.
Well, see, I'm nice. I'm a nice person.
但是你就是会，这是一个这是一个怎么讲？
加油！
这是你的天性，
就是我的
本能，就是你就是生下来。When you were born, 你就是会说
like innocent best self
对
sort of thing.
对。
This is me in a job interview. Basically. No. But yeah, no, I do swear like a sailor. Love it. It feels nice coming off my tongue, makes me feel better. But I don't like the complain to bring people down. 我不知道. 我不喜欢那个 thingy. Why are we talking about this again? Can you get me back on track? 我忘记了. Americans. So,
美国人跟英国人
in some aspects, I actually don't care if it's fake or not. In a way, because it kind of makes me feel better. But if an 英国人来, you know immediately 他们是难过的. Because it's like
他们的脸 Yeah.
You're right. Yeah. Well, yeah. All right. Yeah. So what's this about? Wow. You're you are here today, aren't you? Yeah. Okay. So are we going to do this? What's today's meeting about again? It's this whole tone. It's like, all right, let's just take everybody down a notch. Well, let's bring, because and I know some people find it, and 英国人 like 很多英国人会 like 会想这个 like 很兴奋的态度吗？
Yeah.
Like 很热情的态度。
对。
Like, hi guys, like, you know, I'm here. Okay, so I want that dude though. I like what she wants. This is way similar like Ashley. Like when we first met Ashley, and I know when we met her on like hangouts and stuff, it was more a cover of her 紧张 like 她很紧张 this is her like 担心的 that was her Billy Big Balls. She was covering the anxiety with outward confidence.
Yeah.
I do that too, and I immediately thought, yep, like that's a tick for me. Like, okay, I can get on well with that attitude, because it's like, all right,
yeah,
I get it. Like, do you know what I mean? And it's the same kind of with Dan as well. He's got like a silly way of joking, and do you know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah, 每个人都有自己的
maybe it's an American thing.
对啊，自己的 their own ways to show their personality.
对. I haven't met many like 英国人 who are like, hi, it's me. Hi, hello. I'm here today. Nice to meet you. Yeah, no, great. Chinese, what? Okay. Ni hao. What are we playing? That guy. I'd love to meet that person.
Yeah. 有啦，有些人会，但是我看得出来，就是我们知道他的 Hi, how are you 那种问候那个 greeting， 其实他们是不想要问你的。They don't want to know.
Doesn't feel like.
这个话题很有趣，在台湾，就是我听到有一个 TV host， 他说他在美国，他是到美国去读书，他那时候14岁，
Wow，
还是很年轻的，他就是不喜欢在台湾的 education system， 他就去了美国，去 Seattle 去那边读。
So we're sort of like young. What kind of our opinion as well on the education system in Taiwan?
对。
Yeah.
然后他就说呢，他其实一刚开始去的时候，一定有很多的文化的冲击，很多的 culture shock。那他第一个文化的衝擊就是他不知道 if someone asks you 你好吗，they don't really care。他们只要你说 Yeah, I'm fine， 然后就这样就好了。但是他那时候因为一个人嘛，他 herself 他就去了美国之后，他就被问。She was down， 因为没有家人，他没有家人，他也没有朋友，他就是一个人在这个地方生活，在这地方读书，然后需要很多东西，所以他那时候的心情没有很好。所以当他的朋友，他的 classmate 问他说 How are you today？ 这样，他就真的把他所有的 her true feeling 告诉那个朋友。
对，
他朋友脸就这样。Oh, shall we go？
Yeah，
我要走了嘛，这样。然后他就说，在那个时候 at that moment， 他的 should we go 是一个 double hurt， 因为他不知道 people don't care about her feeling， 他们只是想要问你how are you， 然后你说yeah good fine you， 这样，他只是想要这样子的 small small interact。他就不知道，他说这是一个很重要的，就是 don't feel bad when other people don't care about your feeling， 他们只是想要跟你在 show you some 礼貌 show you some politeness， 就这样而已。
对。
然后我那时候听到觉得 yeah 真的，这不是
Did you have that feeling？
有
Did you？
有啊。
Did I do that to you？
No
Before that you realized
不是你啊。
No but did you No but do you, because I popped your bubble in certain things with like 世界的东西 but like I just wonder whether you felt like because you 相信很多人
对
and I was like you can't do that And then you started getting jobs and stuff with people and you suddenly found out and at school and they're like, oh, I actually can't trust everybody. They're not looking out for me and they're actually looking out for themselves sort of thing.
对，
And
就是会有很多的 doubt。
Yeah.
然后你会不知道他们是真的想要跟我当朋友吗？还是我要不要真的告诉他们我的想法？就是有时候你想要有一个朋友，然后就是有一个 mentally conversation， 你是没有办法，你不知道他要不要听， so 就是很难，就是你要真的去认识一个人 ，get to know someone， 然后你们出去喝咖啡 ，blah blah blah。然后 maybe 你们可以有一个 conversation about your feeling or whatever maybe 对，所以 but anyway 那个 host 他就说他其实在那个时候在美国的时候他有好多的 culture shock， 他觉得就是很受伤it hurt us so bad
yeah
对，所以这种
我懂今天早上的那个妈妈我告诉你的她会开始她的句子 like sentence 她的对是 like always
对
我的
对
blah 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 blah
对啊
it's always like you said like Eula said to her mum this morning like how are you like oh hi how are you and she go oh you know I had a really bad sleep last night because and I woke up and I was and me and then never said and how are you
yeah
right I had the 一样的情况是 like 我跟的不一样的爸爸说话 and you know 每天我有这个 and but 就是不一样 because 他会说他的工作
对
So I sort of like, oh, 你好吗？你还好吗？哦，你怎么样？他说 oh yeah 我的工作是 blah 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 blah. I didn't ask that. Can we talk about Doctor Strange? I didn't because I didn't ask that about. Yeah, I got his contract at the moment, and you know the guy's just doing some backflips with the legal team, and I don't know what you're saying, and I don't care about what you're doing.
Yeah.
I want to say something about what you're talking about.
How?
There's an interesting thing online I saw ages ago, but I want to tell you about it because when I spoke to the Matt versus Japan guy about listening to 内容你真的喜欢 like 每天他会 By the way, just to clear this up, he did it like an Anki deck, right? And a physical. Sorry, he had Anki, but also a physical flashcard deck where he made like 10 new cards a day with sentences and words every day for 5 years, 7 days a week for 5 years. Didn't listen to anything else. He spoke to his parents in English, but he got rid of all his friends and just listened to Japanese anime and manga or cartoons and all that kind of stuff. Over 5 years, he said he has now between 12 and 15,000 flashcards physically written, like stacks of it. This is a different level of commitment to becoming. That's beyond becoming fluent. That's like becoming native. Like you're living in it entirely, and it's dedicating such a. Now he's 12 years into studying it, right? And I just want to put that into perspective for people who are listening who think, oh, I've already done 3 years of this. What's happening? 12 years later, he's at nearly native level, and that's 12 years of doing 10 physical flashcards every single day. 7 days a week, not speaking Ingwen, he's basically speaking as little Ingwen as he can the entire time. Sometimes, by the way, he said he'd listen passively and actively to content, a mixed bag of content, for up to 12 hours a day.
Wow.
12 hours non-stop listening. And 12 years later, he's near native level. Don't get me wrong, 他的日文很好，很棒。Like日本人会想他是日本人。So like I get it. Love the commitment. If you've got that 时间, you can do that. That's how you do it. It's not fluent in 3 months. Fluent in 3 months will make you able to travel to Taiwan, travel to 中国，然后maybe you can like 买东西，说谢谢。Maybe tell the taxi driver where you're going, perhaps that kind of 东西。But if you want to get to a level where you can a native 台湾人可以有 like 对话 on a 主题的，
对一个主题，
对感情 like you're interested in different levels. Now, anyway, this is an interesting little chart thing that I found where it's one of the columns. It's got 3 columns. One of them is what the British say, right?
Yeah, 我看过了。
and then what the British mean.
Yeah.
And then what other people understand.
Yeah.
Right. And this is interesting for you. And I only said the Matt versus Japan thing because these are the little nuances in language where if you want to become a native, you need to pick up on them.
真的一定要
Because it's like when the mum says to you, with you, like it's naivety. Me too, by the way. Like if I'm in Taiwan or you are here and a mum goes, oh, how are you? She doesn't really care how you are. Just answer politely.
对
Ask her how she is and move on.
对啊，这是我的 knowledge，
对
而且这也是你教我的，就是他们真的不管你说什么，但是你就是问他们。你们在聊天的时候，你一定要想问题 ，right? That's what you say to me. 你要想问题问他们，这是一个礼貌。所以我会做这些事情，但是 when they don't do the same thing back to you， 你会觉得
it's one-sided.
So 就是我这样做是对的吗？来，你会自己怀疑自己， you would doubt yourself， 对不对
？Especially in the second 语言，
对啊
，yeah， 一样。
文化真的文化好重要。
对 I had the same thing. Like remember when one of our children was born, and 我跟你的姐姐就是一样，我们需要对话 ，right？
对啊
So I had to think of things to talk about, and it's very one-sided.
对啊
And I totally get it. But yeah, so if it's not your friend, like if your friend asks you how you are, it's different. That's a different how are you, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? 你知道吗 But if like Margaret or Cara or whatever, you know, if they ask you how you are, they actually mean it. But if you ask a random mum at school, I ask a dad, like, how are you? And they say, oh, eggs, mate, or whatever.
Eggs.
By the way, I'd love it if that was the answer. Personally. Eggs, mate. Hi, how are you? Yeah, eggs, mate. What?
What does that mean?
Now Tom's woken up.
Yeah.
Since like, Tom, like, do you know what I mean? 醒来 because I'm like, huh? That's a like 有趣的
like
的回答。为什么 Dan? 为什么 Like, oh yeah, mate, cooking eggs all the time, mate. You know what I mean? Popcorn, way off I go. I'm like, well, he's going to be my friend now.
Yeah.
That guy. Do you know what I mean?
你好奇怪
Okay, so here we go. Can I read these?
Yeah.
Okay, I hear what you say. So I'll say it. Maybe the game can be this, right? I say it, and you have to guess what I mean. Okay, so this the first column is what the British say. Second is what the British mean, and the third is what other people understand.
好
Okay, I hear what you say.
They don't agree.
So I disagree, and that's why I hear what you say. But what I actually mean is I disagree, and I do not want to discuss it further.
Yeah. 但是 to other people,
he accepts. Yeah, so to other people, he accepts. He accepts my point of view. Yeah, it's true. It's really true, though.
But to me, 我觉得我也会这样子解读啊。I will read the sentence as is.
Literal.
对 like literal.
Yeah.
真的
I say, okay, I hear what you say. But and in Changsha so like it's very common in business meetings.
Okay.
So I'll be like, oh, so what do you think about us having free coffee every day? And the boss will go, yeah, I hear what you say, but I think perhaps we can. What he's basically saying is, I completely disagree with what you just said, and we're not doing that. Okay, next one. With the greatest respect, blah 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 blah. What do you think I mean?
Just mean that I don't respect you. I don't appreciate your opinions.
Basically, what the British mean is, I think you're an idiot.
Oh my God, 真的吗
And what you hear is, he's listening to me.
等一下，我在那个什么 Johnny Depp and Amber Heard 的那个 court 里面，我有听到那个 lawyer said that.
真的？
对啊。
With the greatest respect.
对。
I don't think that. Yeah.
Okay.
It basically means you're an idiot. I blah blah blah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. 但是 to other people, 他们会觉得
they will think he's listening to me.
good.
So you say, look, with the greatest respect, I believe that we should be doing blah 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 blah.
Yeah, 好可怜
It means yeah. Next one. That's not bad.
That's bad. That's not bad.
Yeah. So you say, oh, that's not bad.
Oh, that's not. No. That's not bad. That's good.
Yeah, it's good. So in English, the British mean that's good. That's not bad. That's good. And what they hear is that's poor. Right?
To other people.
So other people, like Americans, for example, if they hear a British person, that's not bad. They would hear, oh, that's poor. But what you actually mean is, it's good.
It's good. 对。
So like you could say, oh, I bought this car the other day. I got it for 10 grand. Oh, it's not bad. That actually means is good. That's a good thing.
对 like to
That's not
me
bad.
如果你说 that's not bad 我会觉得你的 exception
他们是登记吗？
对他的 level 是在这里
对
like it's good is here like 比较高一点他的 level 在这里
Yeah,
not
no, I know.
bad.
That's why it's a nuance. Because I can say like, if I said to like a friend, like Emma said to me, for example, like I found this thing. I got this Lord of the Rings first edition books or whatever, and I got them for £10 or something. That's not bad. That's not bad. Do you know what I mean? Or I got this holiday. We booked this holiday to Disney. It was only £1,000, and usually it's £5. I go, wow, that's not bad, is it?
Just say it's good.
You can, yeah, but okay. So there's a nuance. Next one. That's a very brave proposal.
You're dumb.
What it means is you are insane. That's a very brave proposal. Like you're being very brave for saying that. You're in it. Like, you know what I mean? That's insane. What you're doing is insane.
Are you crazy?
They think he thinks I have courage.
Yeah.
The British say it's quite good. What do they mean?
It's quite good.
It's quite good.
That's amazing.
You think that?
Yeah.
It means it's a bit disappointing.
What? 真的?
Yeah. It's quite good.
It's quite good.
It's quite good.
And it means
it's disappointing.
为什么?
Because I think there's like a level of sarcasm in it. But we're trying to be polite. We're trying to be because I can't just say to you, well, that's a bit disappointing. You know what I mean? Like you go, oh babe, what do you think about this dress? I go, oh, that's disappointing.
Go and sleep.
That just double tickled me. That double tickled me. Go and sleep on the sofa, ma.
No, road.
On the road?
对，在路上.
What, saying that's a disappointing? That's a road sleep.
对.
That's not fair.
去睡路边.
What am I saying? Oh, yeah, that's
quite good.
It's quite good. It's quite good.
你们英国人不可以这样. It's good. 它就是好啊.
Quite good.
Yeah.
It's disappointing.
Oh,
that's quite good.
你们英国人好烦哦.
I would suggest. What do you think that means? I would suggest. What literally do you think that means? You
should do what I say.
Do it or be prepared to justify yourself. Right?
Yeah.
I would suggest you make this thing next.
那在学校的 letters 里面好多.
Yeah, and
we would politely suggest you.
Politely suggest, right? So people would think about the idea, but do what you like is what people would take away from it. Actually, we mean do it or be prepared to justify what you've done.
The suggest 在中文是建议 it's a suggestion. 所以你不需要一定要这样 你可以想你要不要
Yeah, but it's all part of the British like 礼貌
对啊
I'd suggest that you probably wear those shoes. Basically wear those shoes.
就是穿
You don't want to be so direct.
Yeah.
In 中文是一样 right? It's the same thing like may I have a bag please in English.
对
我要袋子
对啊
I want a bag.
对问
It's more direct. And I like it in some ways, but also that was a big adjustment for me when living stop it. 住在 Taiwan because
我没有了
Oh, I thought you were hiding one. Incidentally or by the way, what do you think that means?
就是对了他们这个我不知道就是说他们想要告诉你什么事情
Oh, by the way, by the way, there's a thing next week, so we should go to that, right? What we mean is...
Hey, 你记得吗?
Kind of. It means the primary purpose of this discussion is this thing.
真的吗?
Like, do you know what I mean? So
这个真的很重要这样
So it's like if we were 见见 right?
Yeah.
我跟你见见 like 明天 or whatever. I go, how are you? You good? Yeah, no, weather's nice today, isn't it? Yeah, really nice. Oh, by the way, there's a thing happening next week, right? So what I actually mean was the whole point in me talking to you right now is this thing I'm about to say.
中文
Oh, by the way.
对啊，中文不会这样
That's why I don't care about what you're going to say to me. How are you? I don't care about the weather. I don't care about those shoes.
Okay.
Oh, by the way.
所以 by the way, 他接下来要说的东西很重要。
对啊，这是第一的。
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I think. Next.
那 to other people, 那他们
Oh, to other people. What was it? To other people, that's not. Sorry, that is not very important.
Okay, yeah, 跟我想的一样。
Oh, really?
因为在中文你说对了，
对了，
记得缴钱哦。
但是你的意思是 I just like 我 like 对啊 like sense like
你想到，然后
like sense okay
这是一种来有点像是 reminder 的感觉，就是说对了，你要记得 blah 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 remember to blah blah blah
but it's just literally 你只有记得而已。
对，就是来冰我记得这件事情，然后我要马上告诉你，但是 maybe 没有这么的重要。
对，就是真的不一样的逻辑。
好不一样。
Okay, so by the way, yeah, the thing that was on next week it's not next week. Okay, very interesting.
就是很无聊啊。
It's clearly nonsense. And they think they are impressed.
等一下，我讲 interesting 很多
Very interesting.
对啊
Yeah.
我会
Oh, that's really interesting. It's nonsense.
等一下，这是只有对美国人吧？没有对英国人，只有对英国人，没有对美国人吧
I 不知道。I could look up a list of what Americans say and what they mean.
可是我讲that's
But maybe
very
they're much more literal. Maybe it's much more literal.
完蛋了。
But
because I say I think very interesting a lot.
Yeah.
就是对我的学生。
Oh really? Oh no, maybe the I know one thing in American English that I'm pretty sure it's not when someone says that's so funny, it's not actually funny.
我也说 that's so funny. 怎么办？我的学生
I think when someone goes,
I think my students
that's so funny. Well, because in my head it's like, well, why aren't you laughing then? Do you know what I mean?
有时候我会笑所以但没关系吧
You don't need to, if you say that's funny, you should be laughing instead of I don't know what was that. But maybe I'm wrong there. I'll bear it in mind. Oh, I'll bear that in mind.
不会，他不会记得。
I've forgotten it already.
Yeah. 对啊。
Yeah. And
yeah.
And the people think they will probably do it.
Yeah, 他们会记得。
I'm sure it's my fault.
不是你的错。
It's your fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
是你的错。
Why do they think it was their fault? Yeah, so I'm sure it's my fault, but I'm sure it's my fault, but I didn't have that meeting in my calendar with you next week. Basically, translate 翻译是你的错。
对。
It's your fault. You should have booked that meeting.
对啊。
You must come for dinner. Oh, you've got to come for dinner.
他们不想要你来。
Yep. It's not an invitation. I'm just being polite.
Yeah. 对。
100%. 100%. For that is 事实, by the way. You know how many times I hear that? Let's go for a drink, yeah? Oh, we'll definitely go for a drink. A guy did it to me the other day at that meeting, right? He went, hey, look, drop us a message and we'll have a game of pool, yeah?
Yeah.
We'll have a game of pool. I'm like, yeah, sure, absolutely. Yeah, let's do that. Never going to happen.
对。
It's just polite. And we're okay living in this fantasy world, though. 没关系. Can you imagine if we actually said like gender? 我们真的要说. Do you know what I mean?
我就是不要说就好啦。Don't even say come over for dinner, right?
No,
不要说，就是
No, because it's never going to happen.
那就说下次见。
Yeah.
下次问什么下次？
I only have a few minor comments. So I've got a few minor comments.
就是 listen to me， 听我说。
Please rewrite it completely.
这是
So like
for paper.
Oh, I see your lesson plan there. I've got a few minor comments. Basically it means just rewrite the whole thing.
全部重写 Yeah.
And they think he's found a few typos.
好可怜。
Yeah. And the last one I've got here. Could we consider some other options?
就是说他不喜欢这个 original idea， 就是要你想一个新的。
Yeah. I don't agree with your original idea.
Yeah.
Can we just any other your idea is shite. I said it again. Sorry.
天哪！你们英国人真的很讨厌呢。
Why?
你知道我那时候我不知道你记不记得。
Now you got.
Don't know if you remember this. 就是我跟你说英国的语言很漂亮，然后就是很委婉。Round 很 round。那时候对我来说 ，right before I know all these. After I know all these, 我会觉得你们英国人真的是很假。
Yeah.
So fake.
No, but then 但是我上了
It's not fair.
英国跟日本人有一样的 like 很 similar 的文化。
对。
I think it's like a
双面人 double
two-faced. But it's like
yeah.
It's front-facing polite. So generally we're polite to each other.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
我觉得有礼貌是好的啦。我觉得有礼貌是好，但是有些句子 I don't agree， 就是你可能会说let's come over for dinner 呀、我觉得你不要说这个啊，
你不需要，因
为你如果说了，他们会真的觉得你想要来跟我吃晚餐。
如果他们是本人 if you no so like I think what it is really is do you know when you're talking to someone it's 很尴尬的对话 right 你不要聊天谈聊你不要 you just want to 你要回家你知道吗 and you need to end the conversation that's a good conversation ender do you know what I mean to say that so if you say we should get together shouldn't we yeah we should get together like sometime one weekend and just go out for have a coffee or something yeah should we do that all right I'll tell you what I'll drop you a message or you drop me a message or something like that. Okay all right thank you bye and then you never speak to them right it's a good conversation ender I think talking about that saying that on the phone because or on a face to face no I know it's 假的 I know it's 假的我觉得这样
OK 啦就是如果你是从小的时候在这种文化下面长大那是 OK 因为你们都知道自己的意思你们知道你们在表达什么right? 但是对外国人来说我们会把你的话听得太 literal 就是会觉得说对OK 那我需要来 arrange a tea time or dinner time 我会觉得很有压力那种感觉
如果你是外国人呀你会
对啊
I mean, maybe that's a good thing maybe English people need to do that more actually follow through with the meet maybe you'll make more friends that way
应该吧
maybe we would
对啊应该啦因为英国人个性真的是很 closed 有时候
Yeah, no, I 100% agree.
很多人的个性都是很 closed 没有那么的开放
对啊 well we find it very difficult to do that anyway I think
没有好吗就是要找到我觉得有对话还好但是如果是真的来 further
get further than conversation
对就是会有一点点难
对
因为我们喜欢的东西真的比较不一样因为很多爸爸妈妈他们不会很多夫妻啦很多 couple 他们不会来玩电动
对
他们不会玩僵尸他们没有这种来 studio 的东西我们的工作的 type 就是很不一样所以很难去有 connection
I think so I think it's kind of like dating finding friends like friends like physical friends it's like dating no you like I've been out on a couple of dates with guys for friends I mean like haven't worked you know what I mean it just hasn't clicked so I guess it's kind of like that and I forget that because the last time I made proper friends like that I could meet for a drink or whatever was in school or in college that kind of thing and it's kind of like you meet the people in your class and you can quickly find out because you're with them every day who's who and what they like and what do you like and you have similar interests because you're in the same setting but when it comes to like outside you meet very few I can't imagine what it's like I couldn't do dating now I nearly swore I wouldn't want to do it I wouldn't want to do dating now
对我觉得是生活啦因为在年轻的时候你真的就是在 exploring 就是想要就是这个东西好新哦你想要试试看那个东西好新哦你想要去试试看
对
所以你会开始去寻找很多新的东西但是像我们现在也老了我们现在也结婚了有小孩了所以你会觉得想要来安定下来你想要 stable 对你就是想要在就是有一个like peaceful life 就好了你就会很少会出去 maybe social 什么之类的
I think one thing with you
但是还是有很多人喜欢到外面去 party 啊之类的对啊但是我们就比较不是
I think one thing with us I think there's a lot of people very similar to us we just have to find I think like a lot of our friends in the community and that kind of stuff are actually similar but they're just too far away for us to physically meet them I think if more of them live closer we'd probably go out with them more but it's very you should do it like I can't imagine the thing is I don't want to pretend I don't want to pretend
很累
especially to friends because I can't be I'm too old
also
I'm not old but I'm too old
我们太
to pretend I can't be bothered like there's no point in me pretending
就是如果你真的想要交朋友
对不对
why pretend 就是不要啊
exactly
你就是把你的个性给他们看对你喜欢吗喜欢你来 不喜欢你就走。
对啊 there's nothing to lose, right? 你知道我意思吗？ There's too many people.
对
So it's like when you're dating, you're basically an octopus, like the guy, especially a guy, like we're basically chameleons. We're like, we'll be whatever you want us to be at that time,
对
right? Until we mold into whatever the thing is that we think that you want.
对
And then we get together, whatever. And vice versa, because when you first start dating, you're trying to be the best version of you. Do you know what I mean? But
真的
friendship shouldn't really be like that.
嗯
I want to meet someone and go, eggs? And they'll go, oh, eggs, mate. And I'll be like, oh, I love you. I love you. And we can love each other. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But instead of that, and that's way some of what you're like, 很尴尬的, like 很紧绷的 meetings, we'll meet some of these 朋友. Because I'm like, I test it. And I go, you like eggs? And they're like, talking about eggs, mate. I've had this new thing at work that's kind of like, right, well, there you go. That's not for me then, tick.
合不来。
对。And the same for you though, I think. 你是假的，你也是假的, because when you meet someone,
对啊
I really want you to sort of go like, say what you, just list the things you like and go like, give them a list with a checkbox
就
and
我
go,
喜欢这些
do you like
呢
that stuff?
Yeah.
Because then we could talk about it. Can we talk about that stuff? And if they're like, no, you go, all right, thank you. And then move on with life. 你知道我意思吗？
对
I don't want to sit down with a friend and go, Lord of the Ring? I like Lord of the Rings. And if they go, oh, you're sad or whatever, I go, right, oh, you're not for me then. I want them to go,
真的
yeah, it's cool.
对，我觉得现在交朋友有一点点难呢。对，对我来说，也对你来说有一点点难，就是你会找不到就是喜欢一样的东西。
对。
或者我们之间的 connection 只有小孩，就是我们会一直聊小孩，但是他只有小孩，来我们的 common topics 只有小孩，就是但是
that doesn't mean that you can 当朋友 you can be friends.
但是
just
我
because
觉
you
得
have a commonality in
more
kids.
than 小孩
You need yes.
你会需要在更多的话题。
对。
我喜欢煮饭，然后 maybe 我的朋友也喜欢煮饭 ，Sharon 喜欢煮饭，那我们可以当朋友。对，一起讨论嘛。
但是你 need a little bit more. Do you know what I mean? 他们需要 like 喜欢语言 or
真的
whatever. I don't know, like 头发 or whatever. 你知道吗？
对啊。
Or like shopping. I don't know, whatever your common interest. There has to be a bit more to it for you to be friends. So then it doesn't become like a conversation where it's like, oh, you like a fit, do you? You're like, yeah, I do. Go away. I don't think that's fair. Like, by the way, I don't think that's fair. And like, if someone likes Star Trek or something, good for you.
Yeah.
If you like Star Wars, good for you. It doesn't matter. Like if you love Dungeons and Dragons or computers or language or whatever it is, more power to you. Do you know what I mean? Like,
真的
there's no subject I think that you can like that you should be.
其实我有时候
that should be a thing.
我很多时候都很 jealous， 就是那些很喜欢 social 的人。
对啊，
我其实很 jealous， 就是会觉得说，哦，你们好厉害哦，就是你们这么会 good at 交朋友。
对，
我会觉得很羡慕他们。
但是我上他们是假的。
Maybe， 但是我们应该说他们会比较会 ，they are more good at it。
I think that in public, in public, I mean, I can speak to most people.
你可以，但是你不想啊，你想要 show 给大家看的是你真正的 tone， 而不是 always 就是 silly tone 或是
对，
你知道小丑 clown tone 之类的。
Yeah.
你想要来真正让他们看说这是我。我就是这样，我喜欢 swearing， 我喜欢 Lord of the Ring， 我喜欢 like dirty joke 之类的。
我叫 Tom， 我真的喜欢swearing， 你喜欢吗？
对
好啊，好棒。
对啊，就像你说的嘛，有时候你可能你 swear 的时候，别人会觉得
很多人会。
为什么嘞？你这么 low class 的感觉，但是你只是想要reduce the distance between you and him.
Yeah.
我觉得这是不一样的啦，对啊，就是
I do online,
有些人
right?
喜欢，有些人不喜欢。
with 我的朋友 he finds it hilarious.
对啊
He doesn't swear very much, but he finds me doing it hilarious.
Yeah, and that's good friend. 就是
对 that's a friend.
他会让你们变成好朋友。
对。But some people are like, if I'm like, oh, you know, that guy's like, they'll be like, I mean, that wasn't really.
对。
Was that really necessary? And I'm like, okay, bye.
对啊。
Life's too short for this. Anyway, I want to finish on this thing.
好。
What Americans say and what they mean.
哦，有美国的吗？
有。It's just a small one. It's much it's more straightforward. When Americans say awesome, what do they mean? It's awesome.
真的棒。
What do they mean?
真的棒。
They mean good. So what do they say? They say
level down 一点。
One level down. Fabulous.
Okay.
Good. Still good. Amazing.
Good.
Great.
还好。
Fine. Yeah, it's fine.
还好。
Fine.
不好。
Bad. Okay.
真的不好。
Bad. No, just bad. Not so great.
那真的是太不好了。
Really bad.
太不好。
Challenging.
很难。
It means
太难。
driving me completely nuts. Hilarious.
不好笑。
Unexpected.
真的这个好有趣哦。
For sure.
不要。
Probably. For sure means I didn't know that. When they go, for sure. That means probably. No, I kind of did actually. It means probably. Like they might do. Let's meet up next weekend. For sure. Maybe.
可能。
I mean, when a UK person would say that, they would mean nah.
Okay, 对 for sure 就是不要。
Yeah, it just means, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, 100%, mate. Yeah, let's meet up next weekend. Yeah, okay, 100%. For sure. No. Forever.
不知道。
30 minutes.
Huh?
But this is what it says.
Well, in what context?
When they say like, you know, how long are you gonna love me? Forever. 30 minutes. You got 30分钟。
现在开始计时。
对啊。Let's get coffee sometime.
就不要。
It means goodbye. I like you.
Huh?
That's what it says here.
You like it.
It means
他还是喜欢的。
So let's get a coffee sometime. It means goodbye. I like you.
真的哦。
Yeah, I don't know.
好奇怪。
Let's stay in touch.
不要打电话给我。
Goodbye. I don't like you very much.
What?
I don't know. Let's stay in touch.
Stay in touch.
Yeah, but I can see that though. I can see that why they jumped to that. Yeah.
我觉得这是在 some specific situation, right?
上台湾, yeah. Well, like, so they meet someone at a coffee shop. They want to order a thingy. They recognize them from school or something ages ago. Oh, cool. Okay, yeah. Well, let's stay in touch, shall we? Great. Yeah, kind of thing. Oh, let's stay in touch. And that means I don't like you very much. My friend.
You.
A person I know. My best friend.
My friend.
A person I know and also like.
Okay.
But it's not necessarily like a best friend.
Okay, 所以他们就是会再把那个 level up 一点点这样。
I think so. It seems to be much more literal, doesn't it?
哪有
The Americans, they seem much more like literal. Like
哪有那个 stay in touch 一点都不 literal 好不好
stay in touch. Yeah, that's not. That one's not.
对啊
But like, you know, great, amazing, fantastic.
那个对外国人来说都是那种真的你想要跟我你想要我电话吗？
对 Yeah, I know, yeah.
就给你电话这样，但他们不想要你的电话。
No.
You weird.
Yeah.
不要你的电话。
Talk about it. No way. So what we've explored here today is that English is confusing.
对。
中文 uses much more logic, but it could seem rude, I guess, in certain way. It was to me.
有些人会觉得，对，一定会的，一定会觉得很无理，对。但是我们会比较来 show ourselves.
对。Well, look, 现在我真的需要尿尿. So I'm gonna have to close. I'm gonna have to end this, and 我真的爱你们。
对。
And it's gone over time already, so we're champions.
好啦 so all the conversation we had, we didn't want to cause any arguments. 我们只是在讲like language preference, 你知道，在一些 culture 你们会怎么说话，所以这是一个 discussion, 好吗？是一个讨论，所以请大家不要生气，不要难过。
对啊，如果你现在你看我们的频道 on YouTube, please make sweet tropical love to the like button and smash that. Take that subscribe button out on a date and treat them nicely. Also, comment down below if you're interested. Leave us a review if you fancy it. And thank you very much to the people who have left us a review recently. We super appreciate it. If you've got 1 minute of your time just to write something down, pop us some stars, that'd be cool. We do lessons, mandarinmonkey.com. We're not just a podcast, we're also a learning platform.
We are.
You can enjoy the community. I promise you, if you do that and you make the jump and you join the community, you will see how beneficial it is. Not only learning Taiwan, but being supported by a bunch of awesome people.
没错。好，谢谢你们收听，谢谢你们收看，我们下次见了，拜。
Bye.